Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Alright, for some reason this guy's one gone back to DVDs. I wonder why.
Discs. Discs? Mate, they're so inconvenient compared to
Here
streaming.
it is.
But no. Are they? A quick tangent while we're at it, about the Shrek 5. Why'd they do them that bad? Of course they were gonna ruin it. It was called The Whole Story until Shrek 5, and any story where they say that it's finished and resurrect it years later just for corporate profits, of course it's gonna be terrible. Look, it was called The End! Enough lamenting about the loss of public heroes. But yeah, discs, they're less convenient than streaming, but I think a lot of people have it stuck in their mind about the old way that streaming used to be. You know, when you just got Netflix and then everything was on Netflix, but now every loser production studio has their own plus and like streaming whatever. Netflix is a heaps good idea. Quick, grab all our content back so we can have a bulked version. DVDs aren't exactly the highest quality, right? It's not exactly the highest resolution, but like Blu-rays are ancient old and these are 1080p. PS3 played Blu-rays, and of course after that are 4K Ultras. And funny enough, that's where you find the highest quality. Streaming can't touch the physical power of a big stinky disc. Back to that convenience thing, needing so many streaming platforms to be able to watch all your content. And me being Australian, there's a lot of weird specific shows that I grew up with that you can't find on any American platforms. It's actually amazing just walking into your stash, grabbing the disc, putting it in, and you're going. Not to mention passwords and logins, because, if you don't secure your passwords and have two-factor and really look after it, kiss your accounts goodbye. And a lot of people are using the same passwords for all their stuff. One poorly guarded streaming service could bring your whole digital empire down. So I have a really big stinky stash of discs, and we're actually going to be going through. I'm going to show you all my discs, right? If you're curious what I've got hiding, mate, don't worry, I'm going to show you. I mean, look, this isn't me just whinging about the current state of technology and affairs and things like, because it is terrible, and I don't see a future for streaming. I just don't. They're just going to keep raising the price. They're just going to keep balking it. Oi, something crap that happens. I wanted to watch Adventure Time a few years back. The only way to do it was through Cartoon Network or something, because Australia.
You can't even hear it. I realized
they cut out lots of jokes. They removed heaps. They've edited it and messed with it. So if you get an old DVD or Blu-ray, you're guaranteeing that nothing's effed with it. That it is actually the old version. Oi, speak to Star Wars peeps. Special edition of Star Wars is trash. Like, George messed it up. You have to go to incredible lengths to find the non-balked version of Star Wars, and I did by getting the Laserdisc. It was just called Star Wars. That's it. Star Wars. Now, that's a disc.
Jesus Christ. That's a big disc.
We'll talk Laserdisc another time. But yeah, I own Laserdisc because sometimes it's the only way to get the decent version of the movie. So content preservation, content availability, lack of logins, it's more secure. Having a bunch of DVDs in your shelf isn't going to scam you the same way of having like 16 different logins with expiring passwords. And you pause the price of content. It's why I got all the CDs all that time ago. You pause the price. Yes, it is expensive to get them all, but that's it. I'm done. Before I keep rattling on, why don't you head over to my place, mate? And for some reason, this crappy new build that I'm squatting in, I don't know, like the center of the house just has these catacombs, and I use them appropriately. So come into the catacombs, mate. It all makes sense.
So this is the entrance to the catacombs. If you hear huffing noises, because Frank insisted on joining. No, Frank, stop it. No. All right, in we go, and yeah. This house has a ridiculously large and almost useless pantry, but I've used it to stuff it with discs and plush snoots. That's where the spare Franks are. Oh no, Frank. Oh yeah, there's a lot of discs here. I've been collecting for years now, literally years. All the cashy specials that I've been doing, mate, they would beg me to grab handfuls of discs. I have bought a whole bunch of new stuff, mate. You gotta support them artists somehow. Frank
smashed her face into the screen and stopped it. Okay.
This is bad. Frank, you can pick out your favorites later. I mean, yes, I like The Simpsons too. I love The Simpsons. Isn't that right, Frankie? Frank, don't lick them. They're collectibles. Frank, stop licking them. No, Frank, don't. This is good enrichment for you, but no, don't go on top. No, Frank. Oh, no, she's heavy and she's got a good lead on me now. A lot of this stuff I've never seen. I mean, you know, Family Guy in America, like, yeah, I've seen them. But a lot of this stuff, you know, like, yeah, I haven't seen it. And that's why I got it. I mean, people see all the hobbies I got and go, oh, wow, you do so much stuff. But it's like, in order to be into, like, music and YouTube, I didn't watch movies. I mean, yeah, it's really gonna upset people when I say, yeah, never seen Deadpool. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, but I bet none of you have listened to Miles Davis Kinda Blue.
No.
You know, like in jazz circles, that's scoff-worthy. So yeah, like DVDs are pretty low res, but like a show like The Simpsons, that it is low res. It's a cartoon from like the late 80s. That's how it looks. Oh, it was something I really hated about Disney Plus when they first put The Simpsons on there. They like AI balked it and smoothed it out and cropped it. It's a square format show and they cropped it widescreen. So a whole bunch of the jokes didn't make sense anymore. Makes us mad, doesn't it, Frank? It makes us mad. You're going for The Simpsons again. You've already licked them, Frank. You can give it up now. I've only seen up to season 3 of Rick and Morty. And then I just got buried with life stuff and I just couldn't keep up. And so I've got them. I can't wait to watch them. Oh, gosh. Oh, Frank. Ren and Stimpy, oh my gosh. There's some, like, proper nostalgia for me and, like, what I base like just ridiculous amounts of my humor on. It was warped and messed up. Like, it's amazing it got made as a kid's show. And then the animator did adult versions, like full-on naked people running around. Frank, I can't put the disc back, Frank. My movie disc, stop it. Real Monsters. Hey Arnold, so good. I didn't watch it as a kid. I never really got into it. But then as an adult, like, what, uni, I really got into it. Angry Beavers, amazing animation style. Frank, get it.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah, Cat Dog, and yeah, SpongeBob. It's just so good. Oi, Bob's Burgers, I've only just gotten into, thanks to getting all these discs. It's incredible. Frank, you're ruining my collectibles. There you go. That's a size comparison of Frank for you. She's a big
Jesus
lady.
Christ.
Ooh, don't fall. Growing up, mate, I absolutely binged Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it's just Goku's Spirit Bomb Simulator at some point. But I've never seen Dragon Ball, despite having the best theme song ever written of all time. But yeah, I can't wait to watch through Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z. Look, I've got all the Pokemons. I hadn't watched these since I was like tiny. So, you know, that's waiting for me at some point. Like, Mythbusters and like Adam Savage is absolutely a content hero of mine. Love his tested channel. And so yeah, I got him on disc. And the greatest card channel ever made, Wheeler Dealers, especially the really old ones. I mean, they're all excellent. What am I saying? I mean, South Park, of course. King of the Hill,
South Park.
Absolutely. It's a Vegemite show. People either love it or absolutely hate it. And I totally get it if you don't like it. It moves really slowly. It's a vibe. But yeah, Pocket Sand. I'm being really open-minded. I'm grabbing stuff that I may absolutely hate. And then that being the fun is that I watch something and I just really don't like it. But I've made sure to stock up on really old stuff that a lot of cartoons and shows were referencing from, like I Love Lucy. I remember my mum watching Bewitched. I remember watching Lost in Space as a kid and loving it. Andy Griffith, I don't know.
That was like a
the
terrible
Addams
show.
Family. I don't like laugh tracks. It really bothers me when someone's telling me when something's funny. But all the Addams Family are actually on YouTube for free, released properly.
Most of these he's never watched. He just collects them.
Movie mega pack. Oh, get out. Oh gosh, you know there's winners hiding in here. I mean, you know, look at that horse. And you know it's funny. Isn't it funny, Frank? You finding the funnies? I'm getting you out of there. Stop licking my Thunderbirds lunchbox.
Because he doesn't like Disney Plus or anything like that.
$2. See, honestly,
he doesn't hate them. He just doesn't like them.
Just some like cheesy B grade whatevers, and you just have a beer and a pizza and laugh about it. See, look, Frank likes it. Too much, Frank. Why? Oi, Buster Keaton. I mean, almost like the Johnny Knoxville of the day, except for nothing gross. Just
yeah, that's Frank.
The abuse his body took, the stunts that he did. It's still awesome today. And honestly, you know, Brady Bunch.
You just watched this video.
Watch these. I mean,
a day or two. It's good, isn't it?
Those Muppets. But yeah, shows like this, they're so much fun to watch.
Don't say hi to Frank, he's ruining the video.
You see, like, what a
well, actually, he's content. He's not ruining the video, but
and a pen with a
he's getting in between all the DVDs.
Or what, like, the model
he's in the way.
home was like. Frank, you are loving these movies. You are I'm holding this down as hard as I can because you have to have the movies. You are choking me, Frank. Franklin T. Snake.
Frank is just doing her best. Yeah.
No, Frank, get out of it. Oh, the long way round, long way down stuff. You just watch Obi-Wan and his best mate Charlie travel the entire
Ewan
world via
McGregor.
motorbike. Like London to New York via motorbike. It's as good as it sounds. Mate, this stuff was at Cashies. I was like, why not? Like, you know, a bit trashy, like that reality TV rubbish where, you know, they're making a cake, but they gotta race a dog for some reason because, you know, people's dopamine's all cooked out, you know. Hell's Kitchen, you know.
Oh my
it's always
God.
men versus
Hell's
women,
Kitchen.
so people can argue all the time. But the English version of Kitchen Nightmares,
Ramsay's
masterpiece.
Kitchen.
Like, Gordon actually narrates it. It's calm. When he gets ticked off, you earned it. It's like
Kitchen
the
Nightmares is
real
actually really good.
It's like, yeah, and it's a masterclass.
I used to watch them, but then YouTube kept on copyrighting them and blocking them.
It was like $15 at Cashies, and it's sealed. It's got its pole and everything. Like, seriously, secondhand people were dumping DVDs. Like the migration's kind of moved on, and I grabbed as many as I could. Like, I'm not interested in Sex and the City. But it was
sure.
like, what, $5 or something for every single episode ever made? I've only seen bits of Frasier. Some don't know about scrambled eggs. I don't know. Most of these were handouts from Cashies, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna grab it.
Just let me grab it.
Actually, yes, I was Cashies. Yeah, extended edition on DVD. And the fun thing of having on DVD, it is lower res, but it will play out of a PS2. Come on, that's funny. Oh my gosh, Peep Show. If you like cringe humor, where like you just can't stand it, you have to turn it off and look away, this is your guy. Frickin' Peep, just get into series 1. If you can get through it, I can't watch it on my own because I just curl over. I can't do it. It's a masterpiece, absolute masterpiece. Just like Trailer Park Boys. The other 2 seasons, because they're at work, because I was watching them. I only just got into it thanks to getting the.
Oh, The Office is such a good show.
Outstanding show. Oh, back into The Simpsons again. What is it with you and The Simpsons? It's because I've raised you, isn't it? You and The Simpsons. No, Frank. Damn. Oh, that corner. Why?
Well done,
Frank.
Frank.
There's something about that corner. Stop it. You've already booped your snoot in there. You can't go anywhere. Frank, stop booping your snoot in the corner. I'm going to have to put you away in a minute. You're making this really difficult. You've been choking me this entire time. Everyone knows Rowan Atkinson from Mr. Bean. But like Blackadder, like basically different parts of English history, like medieval to World War II. Epic. Like, Little Britain is like England's
Frank's a menace,
South Park,
destroying everything.
right? Where it's just like, ooh, jokes and just controversial and just straight up about it. And sitting next to
Little
it
Britain.
is kind of the Aussie version. Yeah, Fat Pizza. This was the naughty show, 15 only, that I stayed up late for in a small country town where we got no TV signal, so it was like barely coming in. But yeah, that was the naughty Aussie show. And actually, it's got to go down here. So like, you know, Pimp My Ride, Viva La Bam, Jackass, Wild Boys. I mean, it's just iconic and just never to be done again like that. It was crazy. Like, yeah.
Of course you relate to that.
To go back to. What a wild time.
Hey,
He loves
streamer,
destroying stuff.
drink water and fix your posture, you dehydrated fucking hunchback.
We got
Fine,
some
fine.
Aussie stuff, Frankie. I mean, finding the crocodile hunter, because all the clips, all like on Instagram and whatnot, they're all stolen from these DVDs. That's what I realized. And look at them all. I think they're like $2 each. Yeah, sorry, Frank. Can I grab that? Thank you. Look, Frank, there's some reptiles on it. Do you see that? But yeah, actually
What is
getting all
that?
the special features, none of like no stupid edits for TikTok and whatnot. Full frontal. Look, there's Eric Banner. That's how people that's how I know Eric Banner. Right? People know him as like, you know, big movie star, which he absolutely is. I grew up
Why are you
with
saying
him
that?
being like, g'day mate, name's Pointer. Bush mechanics, this inspired
That's the
guts
weirdest
of
question
music,
ever.
Like, you know, getting derelict things moving. Come on, look at my.
Oh, statement.
Yes. We Could Be Heroes, Chris Lilly, What a Genius, and Summer Heights High, which is controversial because, I mean, he emulates high school. And
Why does that look like Ninja? That looks like Tyler Blevins.
kids say awful things. I'll leave it at that, but oh man. Oh, Frank, you're in the ace of cakes. Long way round's excellent, Frank. You just need to ask to play. Don't choke me and pull me towards it. Skippy, the bush kangaroo. Now we're getting in the weeds.
Okay.
I I mean, this is New Zealand now. I haven't seen that one yet. Flight of Conchords is epic. I watched it when I went to Canada. Round the Twist. This was on after school as a kid, and honestly, it freaked me out. I haven't seen it since, but I'm ready. I've got it. I think one of the greatest Australian shows ever made. It's full-blown shout out. It's a full-blown shout out for the people behind Danger
Never
Fire.
heard of it.
I mean, you've seen the sensible chuckle meme. You know, Italian Spider-Man, same peeps. And even better, this was made in Adelaide. Right? Made in Adelaide. Go and watch the first episode. It should be on YouTube or wherever you watch stuff, right? This is about discs, but now I'm encouraging you to get onto streaming, to just at least watch the first episode. If you're not into it, I'm so sorry. It's so good. Blazing Saddles.
If you didn't know, it's so good.
Now, honestly, all these are ex-rentals from video shops, and they're being dumped on mats. So literally, these are on their way to being either landfill or fine particles in our bloodstream. And so I don't care what they are. Like, I just got them all. But I did find a copy of Jack and Jill in there, and I love me a good bad movie. Like the modern, like, surreal meme, mate, they were born in the early thousands, and by the mid to late thousands, it had been perfected with the Tim and Eric Awesome Show.
He's making a mess.
Anyway, you know those awesome old Spice
That time I wasn't fine. Come on now.
Now the tickets are diamonds. These guys produced that. They invented the modern memes. You know, it's free real estate. Seriously, Tim and Eric, absolute content heroes of mine. I've been watching since Tom Goes to the Mayor. All three Land Before Times. Have you ever seen A Brighter Dream? Monty Python, Fawlty Towers. Original Batman. Never seen it. This is like the really, like, super fun vintage ones.
Oh god. That's an old Batman.
Howl's Moving Castle is probably my favorite. Spirit Away, probably second. I mean, they're all amazing. So the 4K Ultras, all of these,
Matrix, Back to the Future.
because it pitches in and helps out the people who make this stuff. They actually make something, and like here in Australia, we still sell discs, and it's awesome. I'm making the most of it because I know the disc era is wrapping up. You know, a lot of actual like film movies, their resolution can be as high as 6K. So a 4K Ultra is actually kind of optimum, just about as good as it can be. So I didn't mind investing into 4K Ultras for some really special movies, even if I haven't seen them yet. I ain't seen the Sonics yet, haven't seen them. I mean, I was turned off way back in the day when they made him like that Rat Man. Now I kind of want the Rat Man cut, just because I like memes. Yeah, bring out the Rat Man. But like, yeah, a lot of these older movies actually do 4K Ultras amazing.
Roger
if you
Rabbit.
haven't seen this, if it looks goofy and dumb, it's meant to. He's meant to look like an idiot.
Yeah, he really is.
It bowled me over. I hadn't seen that till a couple years ago, and yeah, that is epic. You notice I got the ancient Star Wars in 4K Ultra, not the newer ones. There's actually a website you can visit to see which ones are actually a really good 4K upscale or which ones are just 1080p blown up. That's why I have like a whole bunch of these I've just got as like regular Blu-rays, because I figure if you're just upscaling it anyway, I'll just wait for my TV to do it. And I'm betting TVs 10 years in the future are going to upscale better than what they're doing in the studios today.
Probably.
That's my content gamble. And it's why I'm happy with, you know, some things just being DVD resolution. That's what they are. That's what they always were. And so they're just being balked into higher resolutions anyway. And so just wait for your tech at home to do it for you. Frank, stop. No, Frank. Never seen MASH. All I know is that the theme song's actually very sad.
I've never seen MASH, but I've always seen it come up on the Sky Channel.
I'm a grown-up and actually understand politics and emotions and love and loss. And so, yeah, I can't wait to give it a go. So there is, you know, an elephant in the room, other than this stinky lady. And that is, these discs will die. DVDs last quite a long time depending how you treat them, but Blu-rays don't. They got some of the shortest life there is. And he, you know, Linus Tech Tips has done a video talking about how to like rip your discs and save them. And
MASH is your favorite television show of all time?
Allowed to,
Really?
if it's just
I know nothing about it.
Preserving what
Absolutely
you paid for.
nothing.
You know, companies can just raise prices. They can take your money and offer a service and then delete the service one day and then you don't get your money back. You know, people who digitally buy games and then the store shuts down. You don't get your money back. It's already gone into the pockets of some yacht factory or something. Basically, all you're buying with these is a license to watch the content at home. Like the data on the disc is worth nothing. You've bought a license to watch it in your own home. And so I feel as long as you've got that disc to prove it, then you should be allowed to have a copy on a stinking hard drive. And yeah, with all these backed up on the hard drives, then yeah, I've just got my own content factory for a long time. Like, look,
Basically.
most of these boxes have 3 or more discs in them. I'm gonna have to get all my computers in and like 6 different CD drives and work it like a factory. But yeah, I've been loving discs because you go, hey, I'm gonna watch, season whatever Future Booming, and then you just put it in and you hit it. Or like, I'm gonna watch crazy vintage Skippy the Bushkanger. Don't have to do like 10,000 logins or have to find it. I've already got it. It's all right. Oh, Frankie, do you want to watch Jack and Jill, which has been rented maybe twice and left in a hot car lots of times? Do you want it, Frankie? It's not good, but it goes for a long time. It's got Al Pacino in it. It's got Al Pacino in it, Frank. They do the Don Pacino.
I don't think Frankie cares.
You're adorable.
So yeah, discs. They're great. I stinking love them, and you should be allowed to back them up. This should be my digital receipt. That's all this is. Should the disc board could get cracked, doesn't matter. I've bought a digital license for the content, and I'm using that digital license at home.
Biggest downfall of streaming media is not having to guarantee that
people can pick up a license of this for like 50
guarantee that what you're looking for will be there. Yeah, Netflix is a killer for that.
Chickens are coming home the wreaths with all the plastic waste. You've littered all over the planet, and sorry that if you've forgotten that you did that. So stick it up, you big companies. A lot of us absolutely hate yous now anyway. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Oi, huge thanks to these stinky names right here, mate. Because, $1 a month, I do extra videos. It's on memberships. You don't have to leave the platform, mate. You can click there, jump straight in. You can see Frank in a hat. I'm trying snacks and things. Float Plane's the ultimate, though. That's the sum of all my extra content across all my channels and content that I can't even put on YouTube. Like listening to my favorite Japanese funk fusion bands and favorite strange Japanese variety shows. So, thanks so much, mate. I will see you all next time.
Look at this hoop.
Oh, there's bonus content.
Isn't that a good hoop, Frank? You see the hoop you did? It's hoop. That's a good hoop.
It was a good hoop, I guess.